Okay, everybody, hello. This is Texas Danny. It's now just turned into Saturday, June 19th, 2021 here in Texas. Now, I've got something to communicate to you, and this is a communication effort. And this is something, if you're quantum affected, Mandela affected, you should be paying attention to. From about the mid-1970s, there was, what I understand, a rock opera called Tommy from The Who. From the about 1975 or that era, somewhere 74 to 76, and somewhere in there. I never saw the movie, okay? But I always knew it to be Elton John who sung The Pinball Wizard. Okay, now this is important because many, many years ago, I just saw clips of the movie which had Elton John on the stage in these big, obviously jacked up timber boots, right? With the style of the 70s, with the flared styled pants. Elton John had the knit cap on his head, and he had the extravagant eyeglasses, and he was singing the song. Now, on the stage was this long-haired, curly long-haired, blonde young guy, who I assume was Tommy, the deaf, dumb, and blonde boy who was playing pinball. Now, from the 1970s was my era of being in high school, and we played a lot of pinball. Part of playing pinball was being in touch with the machine, right? You'd be using the flippers, you would be watching the ball as it moved around, and as you scored and bumped off the lights and the bells and all that would be going off. Now, what's going on according to this is that, as in the observations, from the clip that I saw many, many years ago, of course, Elton John was jacked up off the stage, but only like 2 or 3 feet up. Real extravagant high hiking boots. It was a special effect. It was very obvious. And he was in front of the crowd, and everybody was rocking back and forth while he was singing the song. And you had Tommy over there on the pinball machine, and the numbers were going on. Now, as I checked that video clip later in time, it changed. Elton John, indeed, was even going higher up. The jacked up boots went from, say, 3 feet up to 6 feet up. Right, et cetera, up to 9 feet. And then I also realized that the cuts, the editorial cuts are different. Now I thought, now there's every possibility that, okay, you're just seeing different cuts, or there are more than maybe 1 or 2 versions of a video out there, and that's all the way back from the 70s, folks. All my life there's been media, okay? Now the thing of it is, though, in the show, it keeps on showing differences. Elton John in hiking boots that keep on getting jacked up, bigger and bigger, higher off the ground. Those numbers keep on getting crunched higher and higher as he plays pinball. Now, before they had these songs, everybody was staying in the audience and rocking back and forth. Now they've had musicians start to damage their instruments. This is a thing they were doing back in the 70s. Either they were tearing apart their guitars, that kind of thing like that. It was all a theatrics, all right. And he was a big a show stomper. Now they didn't have that before in this video. Now they've got these musicians throwing their instruments around, right, and jarring them into the wall. And now they have the audience coming in and they're surrounding Tommy, who's, I assume is Tommy, who's playing pinball, and they're surrounding him and going wild and stuff like that. That didn't happen before. This is communication. This is altering. What you have is your memories. What you have is your memories. That's what you got. Barbra Streisand, memories, right? Barbra Streisand. You're getting clue after clue after clue. Little Red Pony, something like that. I'm just giving you some arrows to follow. Right now, go back to what you know and watch what has changed. Therein is the message. Texas Danny out.